Alright, what's good everybody? It is your Master Shaolin Pretzels, and welcome to the Dragon Punch 16 pre-show. We're gonna get into the tournament festivities in just a moment, but before we do, let's give a little bit of a recap of what's been going on with the Ohio FGC over these past 3 weeks. Alright, so as you can see, we have our usual chart, our usual diagram of our champions. So over these past 3 DPOs 13, 14, and 15, Core Jam has won twice, Hitman has won once, and again we get this ever ensuing battle between Akron and Columbus. Columbus still not edging it out over Akron just yet. Core just carrying the city of Akron with one single win more than Columbus. In terms of like the DPO percentage winners, Dragon Punch Online has very consistently been a battle between Core Jam and Hitman. Corey with 7 wins right now, Hitman currently with 5. If you know anything about the Ohio FGC, just from the past number of weeks we've been doing this, is that the Ohio fighting game community is very much a series of, whenever it comes to our tournaments are like a series of displays of the big fish in a small pond. We have some notable players here and there that kind of like, when they should show up to an event, you would be surprised if they didn't come out on top or at least end up in grand finals. That's kind of what's going on with Core Jam and Hitman. Now, those two members of Team Cleveland represented the glorious state of Ohio in the Amateur Street Fighter League run by Super League Gaming in conjunction with Capcom. Also, notable members of Team Cleveland are Mr. Ultimate Vitality and Sebman, who have also won DPOs in the past. So again, we also have Mr. Mustaflis kind of hanging in there too. Shoutouts to Toledo. But again, you see some like very consistent winners, very consistent winners over time. And it's just a show of like how like much of a sway that they have over the competitive environment of the Ohio fighting game community, at least in regards to Street Fighter V. So with that in mind, we know who our champions are, but what have the previous top 4s looked like? Maybe I should try and win DPO? Kenstar, it would be very much welcome. we need more Toledo winners. We still need a Cleveland winner, and I will rant about Cleveland in a moment, but just gonna give us a real quick look at the top 4s for the previous 3 Dragon Punches. We've had Core Jam in first, Green Ranger in second, the Ah in third, and Mr. Headache in fourth. This is actually Headache's first top 4 placement in Dragon Punch. So that's one very notable showing. It's also Green Ranger's first time in Grand Finals. Still mad. I'm still hella mad. Looking over at week number 4, we have Dark Zero Omega in fourth, Mr. Mistopheles in third, Core Jam in second, and Hitman in first. So Dark Zero Omega, I think this is his time. This is his first time in top 4 as well. Doesn't really come out to locals and stuff too often, but with us doing more online events, he's been trying to get out here every single chance that he can, and we appreciate having another Vega in the bracket. Because at the moment, I think in terms of Vega players that we have in Ohio, we only have him and J Money, and J Money is formerly Columbus, living somewhere else now. And of course, last week, Green Ranger top 4, Mr. Basophi's top 3, David Swoop's top 2, Core Jam top 1. Oh dear lord. And the coffee pastas begin already. Fantastic. Wolfpack, I technically count you as like an Akron player because you're a representative of the UA FGC. That's like the weird thing about like in terms of like regional representation, is that I identify myself with the Ohio FGC, but I'm from PA. You might be from like a different part of Ohio, but we like kind of identify you with the Akron FGC, if that makes any sense. It's just the community that you're competing in the most often, that's where we like associate you with. But anyway, looking a little bit closer at the overall entrance, still a huge amount of contribution from Cleveland in terms of like the whole numbers. I really want someone. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse every single time I go into this discussion, but for the love of God, can someone please win for Cleveland? Please. The fact that the closest that we've gotten is okay. Let me go back to the top 4 graphics real quick. Let me go back to the top 4 graphics. So, how many times has like a Cleveland person been in grand finals? Well, we actually have that here. Cleveland's been in grand finals like 7 times. So, let's just run it down real quick what those 7 times were. We got Swoops. We have Green Ranger. We have Goon. Swoops again. So yeah, that's like 4. Goon again. Let's see. Snowfleas. Austin, or not Austin. Yeah. Dante, and then Swoops. So yeah, so there are 7 times. Swoops has gotten into grand finals like nearly every single time he's entered DPO. Shingun is always a threat whenever he enters the bracket. He's managed to get to grand finals, I believe, for the 2 times that he's entered as well. So it's not like we don't have killers in Cleveland. They just don't win. They just don't win. I don't get it. and the fact that here's the thing. I don't recall what all of like the what all the bracket scores are for these. I would have to go back and look into the brackets for each of these respective tournaments. But I think the closest that a person has Marcus been the closest one to get to win, because he nearly got the reset. He nearly did. Right? DPO 13, was Marcus the closest one? And then that Corey, shut up. Close doesn't count here. What matters is where you like officially end up. Yeah, I feel some kind of way. So let me look at those Cleveland entrants that have done fairly well in terms of their like general showing. Okay, so looking at the city of Cleveland, beautiful city of Cleveland, big performers, obviously. David Swoops. David Swoops. Every time he's entered, he's gotten top 4. There's only been 1 time that he hasn't gotten into grand finals. Shingun. Every time that Shingun has entered, he's gotten to grand finals. THTB. Very high percentage rate in terms of him getting into top 4. Not so high of a percentage rate for him actually getting into grand finals. It just be how it be. But I think out of this entire like city, and there's also Green Ranger. Green Ranger's pretty inconsistent in terms of like him getting into both in terms of him getting into top 4 and also him getting into grand finals, which has only happened once so far. So hypothetically, based on the numbers, the 2 people I would consider to be like the most likely to win for Cleveland are David Swoops and not Lord Black Sage, Shingun, with THCB kind of trailing behind. So, who's all the unknown region players? You might know them. You know what? Because I still have to like fill out some of these, I'm gonna screenshot this real quick, and I'm gonna post this in the TOs thing for Dragon Punch. So hopefully the TOs of the Ohio FGC will help me identify some of these unknown names. Yeah, so let me just go ahead and plop this in. Let's see, unknowns, 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 unknowns. Yeah, so Kenstar, if you want to like have a look at that, then here you go. And I'll update those in just a moment. So in the meantime, let's have a look at the actual bracket itself. So as far as I can tell, I think we're looking at we're looking at an 11-person bracket. We got one more person who entered since we looked. Let's go. All right. So from the looks of it, we have One Life to Play Hitman, Iron Zangief, Dark Zero, Mr. Mustaflis, Hornet, who I believe has only entered maybe a couple of times. Let me see. Toledo. Oh, not Toledo, Cincy. I'm looking in the hell of the wrong place. Cincy. Hornet not here? Has Hornet not entered a Dragon Punch before? I could have sworn he did. Odd. But anyway, Hornet's here. Kaiba, Sega Saturn, Apollo, which is a new name. Usually we only expect him for Tekken, but he is not. Okay, good. So I'm not missing anything in the numbers. Let's see. Apollo, new. Usually our Tekken TO. Kind of surprised to see him playing Street Fighter today, but he has a pretty interesting gill. Like he has like the combos down. So if this man touches you, you might just die. Arcdon, Town Crier, Ryan Vile, and Matt 38 Death. So Arcdon, I believe, is a name I haven't seen before. Hornet, I know where he's from. Like I know where this dude's from. And Matt 38 Death, those three are new individuals in the bracket. If you guys are interested in entering Dragon Punch this week, there is still time to do so. If you want to sign up for the SF5 bracket, I will post the link to the bracket in the chat. Just type in ! bracket at any point in time if you ever want to know what's going on with the current bracket. Feel free to sign up. There's still a decent bit of time. We're closing off signups, I believe, at 7:55 PM EST. So if you're in Ohio or in the Midwest, feel free to sign up. But as always, with this being the premier weekly online tournament series for the Ohio FGC, we have more than just Street Fighter. We have MK11 this week, which is our latest edition. We also have Tekken 7, Melty Blood, and Dragon Ball I don't know how players see my blessing for SF5 at least. Yeah. And Dragon Ball Fighters. So if you guys want to check out each of those brackets, I believe our Melty Blood, Tekken, and Dragon Ball brackets have started. Corey, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. And MK11 will be starting an hour after we will be going on, and I don't think there's going to be a stream for that unless I'm mistaken. Again, someone from the TO chat correct me on that. But anyway, we're the host channel for the SF5 channel because I usually stream a lot of Street Fighter stuff, so it does make sense that I do it. MK11 will be going on at 9 PM. So, and we don't have a stream for MK. I was hoping to rate them after. Okay, so unfortunately we don't have a stream for MK11, but hopefully we will in the coming weeks. It's pretty much on like a first come first serve basis. If someone in the Ohio FGC is interested in being the streamer for Mortal Kombat 11, let one of the TOs know in the Outer Haven Discord, or just at one of them in the chat. Like just at CoreJam, at Kenstar, at any of them, or just at myself, and then I can point you to the right people. FGC Hitman coming in with the 4-viewer host. Thank you, my dude. Hoping to get things started in About 15 minutes. We still got a decent bit of time. Just kind of looking over the brackets right now, which I'm going to run back over so that way you guys who are coming in from Hitman stream can see it. Yeah, currently got a 11-man bracket. Got some notable killers. Mr. One Life to Play Hitman, which you guys from the raid already know. We got Mr. Mustaflis. Got the Brian Vile did a decent bit of damage last time. He also received a decent bit of damage last time, but things could change. Things could change. So yeah, we got a very solid looking bracket today. Looking to be a beautiful day for some Street Fighter. I should also mention that we're gonna have on commentary today two people in the Ohio FGC that I haven't really seen commentate together in a really long time. They have such good synergy with each other. I think you can it's very easy to say that those two are like very easily best friends with each other. Those freaking Victrix shills. We're gonna be having Core Jam and Keston as commentators for today's stream, so look forward to that. Because I think the last time that we had those two commentate together, I don't think it's been like since. God, when was that? I can't even remember the last time you two like commentated together. Ground Zero 2. Okay. It was definitely been a long time coming. Let's look. So yeah, look forward to that. I'm gonna have a look again real quick at the representation numbers. Again, much like what I was saying earlier, the Ohio FGC really is just like, we have a couple of big fish, and those big fish tend to like kind of devour their way through the bracket. Like, look at how many entrants that we've had over the course of like these past 16 DPOs. We've had 60 entrants, like 60 individual people have entered a Dragon Punch. In terms of like how many times that people have entered, let's see, how many repeat entrants do we have? That would be an interesting number to have. Because we have a hang on, I actually have an easy way of doing this. Alright, so that's column C. Sorts C to A. Alright, so let's see, from all the way down to, yeah, so we have at least like 40 repeat entrants in Dragon Punch. So about like every 2/3 of people that have entered our tournament have entered again, which isn't bad. It's not too bad. Make sure I don't miss something. I appreciate what you guys do. We appreciate you, Hitman. We appreciate the work you do for the glorious Ohio FGC. Now then, looking at city representation, we obviously have some outliers here, some cities not in Ohio, and that's, you know, invaders. We've defended the state every single time that we've had like people from like other states show up, which I believe both of these entrants came from the charity tournament. You know, Ortega and No Good Citizen. Let's see, there's been some talk in the TO. Alright, I'm getting some corrections in the TO chat for some of the unknowns, so I can go ahead and fix those momentarily.